and welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day, final game day of the regular season between the Cestus Cyclones and the Robote Renegades. Carballo and Goenaga will close out the game day. Great singles match here. Carballo, this season 3-4. Goenaga 4-3 again. It's been pretty common today. There's a serve by Carballo. We begin our final match. Here's the backhand by Goenaga to the inside. Here's Robote. Forehand played by Carballo. Back up the middle. Left side Robote with a big bounce. Good control by Carballo. Backhand again. This one passes. Carballo coming cross court, crashing into the side wall. The backhand came up low.
Tremendous effort, but that's a great way to separate your shoulder, fracture your hip, or dent the side wall. Tremendous effort, great catch. Just couldn't get the backhand off in time. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful catch.
Look at that
boom. Almost knocked himself off balance.
Backhand to the inside. Here's Goenaga. High hard return, passing. Carballo looking for the Robote. Forehand Robote. Carballo cutting across. Interference has been ruled.
Yeah, you don't cross in front of your opponent. You cross behind him. You gotta move behind your opponent when you're moving cross court.
Point will be replayed. Goenaga, once he cuts in front of him, you stop.
Yeah, perfect. That's a perfect way to request interference.
There's been some question, but that's well done. We'll put that in the video, Stu.
Absolutely.
That one got away from Goenaga. Sailing up in the overhead screen, which is out of play. 1-1. Carballo serve. That is an ace from Carballo. 2-1 advantage. He serves again.
Well, I'll tell you, that serve was violent. There's some violence in that serve.
That one dropped in the corner. Carballo on the Robote. Pushed it overhead to pass. What a return. Goenaga to the inside. Carballo keeps it on the forehand. Powerful throw that clears the overhead screen. Goenaga backpedals. Shoots a 2-wall to score. That ties it up 2-2.
Much of the time when you're playing against Carballo, you have to come up with ways to beat him because he's so fast. He's all over the court. It looks like this ball is going to have to come out and be replaced.
New ball coming out.
Carballo's been notified that a new ball is in play. New balls tend to be a little colder than balls that have been used even for a few minutes. So more dead on the bounce.
Backhand takes Goenaga to the outside. There's a Robote. Inside placement. Picked off by Carballo. Robote left side. Goenaga keeps it to the inside. Carballo on the forehand at the 9. Shoots it low and hard. Goenaga there to scoop it up. That one right on the numbers and scoring. Goenaga leads 3-2. Carballo on the forehand again. Shoots it back up the middle. Goenaga looking for it. Robote to the inside. Carballo up at the 9 line. There's a powerful backhand to pass. Robote left side again with a big bounce. Good control there by Carballo. Goenaga higher and harder. This one cutting inside for Rabote, kicking up, and pass Goenaga again. What a scoop by Carballo. The drop shot just above the pad. Goenaga gets there before the second bounce. Inside placement is missed.
My, oh my.
Great effort. Goenaga gets the point, leading 4-2.
When you see him slide like that, got to remind folks that he did play professional baseball.
Yes,
so he's got a few vestigial habits from baseball. Sliding is one of them. Sometimes he makes spectacular catches that way. That one, timing was off.
Nice catch overhead by Goenaga. There's a backhand. Wall to wall. Forehand, Karam Rabote.
By intent.
Scores.
That's beautiful. So many times when someone's lining up to throw a forehand Rabote, they'll hook it, and it gets some play off the side wall, and you're like, yeah, that it was kind of accidental. Not that one. That you just saw was an intentionally thrown forehand Karam Rabote. Beautifully done.
Yeah, we've been seeing it these last couple game days. So at
There
this
we
point, I thought maybe the first one was hooked, but highly intentional at this point.
That one wasn't hooked.
At least one per game day. And effectively scoring, too.
What a catch.
What a catch there by Goenaga. That serve crossing deep in the backcourt. Forehand Rabote, just out of reach. Rabote left side, just above the pad now. Here's Carballo opening up for the 2-wall. Blasted in to score. 4-4 is the score. Carballo serves. Whips that to the inside. There's Carballo on the scoop. Another 2-wall, not opening up enough. Goenaga scooped it up. Low hard forehand, knocked down by Carballo. Goenaga jumps out ahead, 5-4. He has a possible set point. Rabote left side. It's another 2-wall. Carballo running for it. He just does get out there. But the forehand caught the overhead screen. Point and set. Goenaga takes it 6-4. 2 minutes. We'll play set number 2.
Here we are in the ESPN3 Players Cage. Players come back here in between sets. Goenaga having just won a close one, 6-4. There you see Goenaga on the front bench. There you have the almost entire squad there for Cesta Cyclones talking to Carballo. Basically, like we talked about earlier, a controlled Carballo is an effective Carballo. And he does a good job of listening to his teammates, specifically Manu and Manny, the veterans of the roster. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Two more days of regulation play for the fall Battle Court season. Got about 30 seconds to go before we begin our second set. Reminder, the scoring in Battle Court. The first player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match. Carballo getting some last-minute feedback. Goenaga tying into his cesta out on the court already.
And the difference between 70 points for the Cyclones and 71 or 70 could be significant. The Devils at 55.5. The Cyclones are able to come back and win this match. They would finish the season with 71, and the Devils would need all 16 points over their next 2 game days to possibly sneak into the second seed. Big opportunity for Carballo. See if he can take these final 2 sets. What a catch by Goenaga to begin set number 2. Carballo up on the forehand. Back to the inside. Goenaga's got it. This one right on the sidewall. That's a tough save. Back to the left side of Goenaga. Inside placement again. Carballo backing up. He scooped it up. Bote 2-all. Carballo, good foot speed. He gets out there. Nada just above the pad is
right
tipped.
off the tip.
Carballo up first on the board here in our second set.
Yeah, Carballo coming out aggressively here in this second set. Like to be able to force it to a third and decisive set to finish out the game day.
Great catch here by Goenaga. Swept it off the floor. Backhand into the corner. Miranda Bote. Here's Goenaga. Backhand to pass. Coming right up the middle. Carballo. High 2-all. That's turned off the court. That lands out, getting Goenaga his first point of our second set.
As we said earlier in the match, whenever you can avoid unforced errors, you want to. In that case, that ball turned off the court and out of play.
There's a backhand. What a catch. Line catch by Carballo there at the 9 line. The backhand somehow clears the overhead screen. Bote powered inside. That got him. Well thrown by Goenaga. He jumps out ahead 2-1.
Goenaga doing a good job playing controlled highlight, maintaining his focus. Goal in highlight. One of the goals, of course, besides scoring points, of course, is throwing the ball where your opponent's not. Goenaga doing a good job with that.
Big backhand there by Carballo, clearing again. Goenaga 2-all. Snapped. Let's step down the outside. Here's Carballo. The carom return. Stopped by Goenaga, but that was juggled. Juggling on the catch of Goenaga. That is a second point now for Carballo. Carballo serves. That is an ace. 3-2 advantage for Carballo. Rabote left side. Oh, Carballo went for the scoop, just tipped it. He was going on to 3 points. We're tied up. Rabote forehand kicking up and into the overhead screen. Not a play for Goenaga. Carballo jumps out ahead 4-3.
4 points for Carballo.
And some quick points in this one.
Definitely
back and
looking more
forth.
focused than he did in that first set. No question about it.
What a catch off a perfectly placed serve by Carballo. Rabote dropped over the top. Goenaga there to cut it off. Inside placement. Carballo looking to scoop it up, but he knocked it down. 4-4 is the score. Goenaga serves. Here's Carballo, winds up the costado, powerfully thrown inside. Takes Goenaga up to the 7 line. There's a Rebote save. Carballo caught it in the air. The Philo stopped on the bounce. Goenaga shoots it right back to him where it scores. 5 points for Goenaga. He has a possible set and a possible match point.
If you're Carballo, you obviously want that third set. If you're Goenaga, not just because you win it, you would like to be done with this here.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up for Goenaga. Here's Carballo on the inside at the 9 line. Powerful throw, cut off in the air. Here's Goenaga. Forehand, Karam Rebote again scores. That is now 5 points for Carballo. This is set point. Carballo wins it. We'll go to a third set. If Goenaga wins it, we're done.
He snaps it so well. Look at this. Again, a completely intentional forehand Karam Rebote. Just beautifully executed. 20 feet away from his opponent. Just really well done.
That serve missed on the right side.
Third set.
They have a third set to decide this match in just 2 minutes. Third set will decide the finale. Big point up on the board. Up for grabs, rather. Cyclones with a chance to take it. Carballo coming back. Final 2 points. He takes it 6-5. See all the Cyclones minus Ikeda gathering around him right there, and no better person to get advice from than number 17, Manu. Veteran in the sport, top-ranked player for this Cyclones team, and also doubles partner of Carballo. Understands his game. Just love the conversation between these two. It's one thing about Carballo, so coachable, and that's probably one of his better attributes as a player. And he loves to learn from these guys, appreciates the advice, watches a ton of film, and goes out there and applies it. We've seen a couple new things, a lot of 2-walls. Those forehand Karam Rebotes have been awfully effective. And with that win, if we can pull up, don't know if we can pull up the season-long standings here to get a look at where all 5 teams stack up. So 1 point remaining for the Renegades and Cyclones. See the Devils there with 16 points remaining. So if the Cyclones win this one, they would finish the season with 71. You add 16 to the Devils' score, that would give them 71.5. So they're going to need all 16 of those points remaining tomorrow against the Warriors and Friday against the Chargers. Things do get a little easier if Goenaga is able to pull this out. The Cyclones would stay at 70 points and at least a little bit of leeway for the Devils to drop one singles match over their last 2 game days. It's going to be tough to overcome it, but I think that they're playing the Warriors. One of those matches already forfeited in the Devils' favor, so it's already one match you don't have to worry about. It is possible. It is possible. And not many teams have been shut out this season, but the Warriors... Now, it looks like the Warriors this season have been shut out at least 2 times. Once by the Renegades, once by the Cyclones. The Devils can do that tomorrow. Keep themselves in it. On a third set here, though, between Carballo and Goenaga. Big third set coming up right here. Renegades already locked in the number 1 seed. Cyclones looking to help themselves out and stay as much as solid as they can in that number 2 spot. There's a serve by Goenaga. Our third set is underway. Goenaga's got that one overhead. Backhand to the inside. Forehand bote. Cut off. Here's Goenaga. High bounce Costado. Scooped up at the 11 line. This one opens up. Goenaga trying to stay with it. He gets out there. Returns a 2-all. Opening up but not scoring. Carballo on the return. Got him. Carballo jumps out ahead 1-0 in our third and decisive set.
See Carballo here, beautiful catch on the outside, powerful throw, crossing the side wall. Goenaga having switched from a left-sided catch to a right-sided catch, just not able to make the play.
Backhand by Goenaga. There's a forehand bote from Carballo. Passing. Carballo trying to get back on the inside, cuts it off, crashes into the sidewall. There's the backhand coming out to Goenaga. Back inside, Carballo scooped it up. High coastie clips. Goenaga on the forehand. That's well placed. Better catch by Carballo there at the 11 line. 2-all, thrown to score from deep in the backcourt. Goenaga ties it up 1-1.
Don't believe he was doing it intentionally, but Carballo was like standing right in the way of Goenaga's ability to visualize this rebote. You see that right there. And Goenaga just snaps a 2-all. Beautifully done.
Backhand to the outside. Goenaga, another 2-all on the rebote. That scores again. 2-1 lead. Goenaga serves.
Beautifully executed 2-all off the rebote by Goenaga. Goenaga doing a very good job of throwing the ball where his opponent's not. Great, just good job overall.
Rebote left side, fall down 2-all. That beats him to the net. Scoring for Goenaga, 3-1 lead. Now those 2-alls keep getting better and better, Stu. Fall down, the last one, 3-1. Rote left side, turned high off the front wall. Carballo's got it. Back into the corner. That's cutting back inside. Nice save by Goenaga. There's Carballo, lays it up. Trying to get back on the inside. He's got it in the air. Rebote, left side, 2-wall. Not opening up. Goenaga stops it. Goenaga on the return. That is scooped by Carballo into the Costado. That's stopped by Goenaga. Goenaga now back inside. Carballo on the rebote. Good effort, but that's sent into the overhead screen and out of play. Goenaga leads now 4-1.
Just in terms of sheer athleticism, the way that Carballo tries to move to the ball is really impressive.
Low hard serve. Here's Carballo from the 11. Backhand coming up the middle. A wonky rebote. Goenaga, the 2-wall. That is out. That is too wide.
2-all has been working for Goenaga, understanding why he would go back to it. Again, Carballo was already standing out there, so a little pressure to make it cut out. Perhaps even a little bit more than he usually gets it to. Didn't work in that case.
Carballo, forehand rebote, back up the middle. Here's Goenaga, inside placement. Carballo, what a scoop. Crashes in again. There's the backhand. Powerfully thrown inside. Carballo coming cross court. Another backhand from the 10 line. The wall. He's too low.
I can't tell if Goenaga lost his footing there or was trying to get the extra oomph that going to the floor sometimes provides. Not sure what it was.
How about these catches?
By Carballo, just spectacular. Good reach, and then steadies himself by crashing into the sidewall.
Man, just cleaning up a wet spot on that fall down rebote. 4-3 advantage for Goenaga here. Carballo, though, serving. Backhand, that's cutting inside. Nice rebote by Carballo, able to clear the overhead screen. Catch on the forehand. Carballo shoots it low and hard. That is tipped. 4-4 is the score. Carballo serves in our third and decisive set. All under serve. Came up short of the 4. Second serve coming up. Second serve is good. Goenaga opens up with the backhand. Carballo out there, forehand rebote. That is launch. Goenaga backpedals, just does get out there. Puts it inside. Here's Carballo on the rebote. Back inside with it. One-handed catch by Goenaga right off the side wall. Forehand rebote again. This time Goenaga able to cut it off front ways. Puts it back up the middle. Carballo with the scoop. Running back inside. Goenaga on the rebote. Drops it back over the top. Here's Carballo. The costado. Whips it back inside. Good range. Here's Goenaga. Low runner. Carballo able to scoop it up again. Inside placement. Goenaga's there. Goenaga now. Little clip. The 2-wall scores. That brings it to 5-4. The Goenaga possible match point.
A lot of points up there on this board. A lot of exciting points played by both of these players. Goenaga with a chance to finish it out.
Goenaga on the forehand, shoots it inside, low and hard. That scores for the win. Point set and a hard-fought match going to Goenaga, the Renegades, winning in 3 sets, taking the final set 6-4.